everyone, my name is Desola. I'm a fashion designer and you are welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Daisy's Wardrobe. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an existing subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. And if you've seen my videos before and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and put on the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. I'm an African-inspired ready-to-wear fashion designer based here in Lagos, Nigeria, and I've been in business for 10 years. So what I do, I design and make clothes and sell my designs here in my store. And that's what I've done for all these years. So here on my channel, I talk about being a fashion designer, running a fashion business, all things business, all things fashion, and sometimes I talk about my life. And so here today, I'm going to be talking about some advantages and disadvantages of being a fashion designer. So I give a bit of a backstory. I did not start out my career as a fashion designer. I didn't go to school to study fashion. Everything that I am doing right now, I did not start it as anything really. I went to school like every normal person. I have a degree in economics and sociology. I have a master's in criminology and criminal justice, and I have worked in a bank for a couple of years before I decided to become a fashion designer. And my journey to becoming a fashion designer was not necessarily the easiest one. It was a little bit challenging in a way because I did not know how to sew. I didn't know anything about fashion. So I had to go to fashion school where I went to learn about fashion design, and I couldn't finish that because I was pregnant, I was married. I started the fashion business, and along the line I had to go an apprentice, or how do you call it, understudy, shadow, I don't know, someone to perfect my skills. So everything I know about fashion and being a fashion designer, I mostly learned on my own, and I learned majority of it on the job. I learned 80% of it or 90% of it on the job. This is my passion, this is my dream, this is what I've always wanted. But like they say, the journey is not always the easiest. The road is not always the smoothest. So I will start with the disadvantages of being a fashion designer before going over to the advantages of being a fashion designer. So first off, the first disadvantage for me of being a fashion designer is working long hours. As a fashion designer, you have to work long hours, whether you like it or not. And for me, in as much as I don't really have an issue working long hours, sometimes, a majority of the time when I'm working long hours, the time goes by very quickly without me even realizing that the time has gone. But the thing is, you know, I have a family, I have children, I have a home that I have to manage. And sometimes you have to be very conscious that you don't get carried away, and you still have to make time to take care of your family as well. So fashion design, being a fashion designer, you have to work long hours, except if you have good hands to work with you alongside to make things more bearable. And so that's also where passion comes in. When you have a passion for what you do, whether it's long hours or not, it doesn't really matter. But you know, you have a passion, so it just goes, you just keep on flowing. But sometimes your body is, it tells on your body, you feel it sometimes, you feel it on your body. And I do feel it on my body. The next disadvantage is that being a fashion designer, this fashion industry is very, very, very competitive. It is extremely competitive, and it can be really, really hard to stand out sometimes. So you have to keep on working and working and working at your work, at your craft, and hoping and believing that you make it one day. So it's very competitive. There's so many fashion designers, everybody's a fashion designer, it's very competitive. Another thing that I don't like is people copy your work. You spend so much time designing, you spend so much time doing this, doing that, and then somebody will just go and just copy your work and claim it that it is their own. Are you enjoying my video? Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. That's one, a lot of people do it. There's nothing you can do about it. There is absolutely nothing. There was one that happened to me some years ago whereby I traveled and I made an outfit for myself and for the event I traveled out for. And when I got there, I took pictures and I posted a particular picture on my Instagram page, and that picture got a lot of attention. And before I knew what was happening, there's this fashion designer who has a bigger name than I do, has a bigger following than I do, copied my style detail for detail and put it on their Instagram page as their own work. I wasn't happy, but it's been so many years after that, and I've come to realize that in this industry, that's what people do, that's how they play it. But as a fashion designer, you need to know what makes you stand out. So now I don't even care anymore. If people steal my work, if people steal my designs, I don't care, because I have customers that when they see my designs, when they see some certain things about my clothing, not necessarily even the design alone, they will know that this came from Daisy's wardrobe. Another disadvantage is that it takes time or it can take time to build a sustainable reputation. Yes, there are people that they start fashion businesses and within 1 year they blow, within 2 years they blow. But for some people, it takes some time, it takes a while before they start getting recognition, before they start getting noticed, before they start getting people to really, really buy from them. In my own case, I was kind of like lucky, in the first year of my business, or even the second year of my business, by the third year of my business, things started taking off proper, good, well. And considering the fact that, I left my job to start this business, to wait for 3 years before your business starts taking off, it can be a bit of a buzzkill. But like I said, that's where passion comes in. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, if you're not passionate about being a fashion designer, you would always encounter things that would make you want to just back out. I've encountered things in this business, things have happened to me that, I've thought of leaving so many times, but I still find myself here because it's what I enjoy doing, it's what I love doing. Another disadvantage of fashion designing is, apart from the fact that, it's very exhausting on its own, having to work long hours, you have to adjust your time, adjust your life based on your clients, literally. So if you are working with clients or you do bespoke tailoring, custom tailoring, you have to adjust your time. It was very challenging for me because when I started my business, I was a very young mother. As in, I was a really, really young mother. I was in my 20s. I just had a baby. I was married for only God knows how long. It was very challenging. So when customers want to, or my clients want to come for their fitting or for consultation, that is the time I have to go and pick up my baby from school. That is the time, it was really challenging. And even when now that my kids are a bit older or a lot older, you still have to, if you have clients that you are doing custom services for, you still have to work your time around them. And like I said in one of my videos, that was one of the reasons I decided to move over to ready to wear, whereby they don't need to see me every single time, so that I can focus on my family. Because to be honest with you, as much as I love what I do, my family comes first and my children come first. So over to the advantages of being a fashion designer. The liberty of expression, especially the aspect that I do. I'm a very creative person. I have a huge sense of imagination, a very strong sense of imagination. I am very creative. I work best with my hands. I work very well with my hands. I am very creative, and the fact that I can express that through the clothes that I make, I think for me is the best feeling in the world. I love it. And it even became better when I knew how to sew very well. It became better. I loved this. I was able to do and undo with my designs. I love it. Considering the fact that I'm a very, very simplistic person when it comes to style, I'm very, very simple. To those that have bought clothes from me in the past, they will know that my styles are very simple, but my attention to detail is honestly, as in, I just love it. I love the fact that I can express that. When it comes to fashion, when it comes to styling, I'm very, very simple. Some people don't like it. Some people say, oh, designs are very simple. And in the earlier days of my business, it used to affect me. My designs, how can I do my designs to be more edgy, more this, more that, more avant-garde, and more, But that is the thing. When you have nailed your target audience, when you have nailed the people that vibe on the same level as you, honestly is amazing. My designs are not out there or whatever it is, but I have clients, I have customers who like me just as I am, who like my designs as they are, who are willing to pay. And for me, one of the most amazing things is when I design something in my head and I come up with something and someone is willing to pay an incredible amount of money for it. Honestly, it's the best feeling in the world. You feel so fulfilled. Or if you go out somewhere and you see someone or you see people wearing your design and they look fantastic, they look amazing, they are wearing it and they're killing it, it's like a dream come true. It's the best feeling in the world. Honestly, for those who do what I do and you're watching this video, I'm sure you understand what I mean. I'm sure you do. Another advantage of being a fashion designer is the ability to structurally increase your income. So if you are earning XX today and you say, I want to earn XXX, if your head and your brain is functioning on a certain level, you can make it happen. Honestly, you can make it happen. The income of a fashion designer is not cast in stone, especially if you are an independent fashion designer like myself. It's not cast in stone. You don't earn the same amount of money, or you don't earn the same thing, or you don't make the same amount of money every single month. But you have the ability to increase your income whenever you want to, depending on different factors. And honestly, I love that about this business. It's like working in a corporate job and getting a promotion. And so my video for today is done. If you enjoyed watching my video and it added value to you, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and put on the notification bell so that you know when I put up a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!